Oh god, I forgot about that part. Recording in progress.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Mage the Ascension Chronicle, Chantry House Baltimore. As you can see, we are down 2 players. Vex and Saege will not be joining us tonight. They have personal things. But we have everyone else here. We also have a guest star that might pop up every now and then. You want to show? Yeah, a baby. Yeah, that's a new baby we have. So there might be some interruptions, some crying, some more laid backness to the session or two coming up, but we are still attempting to play and have fun and do all that stuff. So yeah, so I think that's all the beginning game announcements. I believe when we last left off, you had just gone through a maze thing, and Max had said that he was going to effectively find or locate some mentors to help you hone your abilities, as in learn how to utilize magic more effectively, possibly, or at least to figure out how to, the system and stuff works a bit more. As in, you learn how to, the group is going to learn how to play mage with magic stuff as their characters do. So, nice little thing there. All right, and with that, I think we are good to begin. Unless someone else has beginning announcements.
I do not.
All right. So I will say several days have passed. We'll say a week. That way, the house is getting more stuff done. Things are working on. We don't do the whole we play every day of your existence. That way, progression. Unlike some games we played where we have no progression because people want to play every single day.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, it's like that. That's why you don't have magic items being built. It takes 3 weeks and you're playing every day. So it's going to take a while. So let's begin with Holly and Ronja, who are both verbene, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So as you're just doing your things at home and stuff, you notice a letter on the table with your names on it.
Was that there before?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's typical. I will open the letter.
Open the letter in a nice printed 12-point New Times Roman font. It is like, greetings, Holly, Ronja. I have found several groups of verbena in the area. There's though I've narrowed down into one person I do recommend. They are one of the more open and friendly of the verbena, less of the conservative old school verbena that are the larger group in the city. And it gives an address, like, go visit him. He is willing to and looking forward to meeting you.
All right.
Okay.
I guess. They give us an address, right?
Does my letter say anything different?
It's one letter addressed to both of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what it name says, like, signed Max.
All right. I didn't hear you. They gave us an address, right?
Yes.
All right. I guess let's head there.
Let's check it out.
And you drive. The house is located in the county. It's not a city address. Oh,
Well, good thing we have someone who can drive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, gonna be a lot of buses. You arrive and you see a nice like rancher house. It's got like a fence around it, nice little picket one. And there's a car in the driveway. It's a what's a interesting, just random ass car, but I don't know, like Nissan Leaf or something, environmentally friendly. And yeah, it just fits the address.
I guess we just go knock on the door then.
Yeah. Knock on the door. A few minutes later, door opens and you see a woman. She's about 5'2". She got red hair. She's like, "Oh, how may I help you?" And she's speaking with a like Swedish accent, which I cannot duplicate.
We were sent a letter to meet some folks here. Max sent us.
Ah, you're here for my husband. He's out back making things. I can go retrieve him. Would you like some tea, some milk, some juice, coffee?
I'll take a coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee sounds great.
We do. I can make mocha, French vanilla, cinnamon spice, pumpkin spice.
Mocha sounds good.
Mocha.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, caramel.
Sure.
Sure.
She goes. She as she turns, she's like, "Oh, come on, come on." It's a nice house. It's like 1950s styling, but with modern dressing. So it's like, it's not the bright colors or all that stuff. It's modern, like updated everything, but it's kind of like got that nice little home feel. She takes you to a table, has you sit down. She's like, I will go get him, and yeah, and then I'll get you your coffees. She just walks over to the back door, opens up a slider. You hear some banging, and you just hear she's like, "Ah, husband, put your damn shirt on and get in here. You got guests." Closes the door, starts making your coffee. She's like, "He'll be in shortly. He was working at this hammering in the back."
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. So what other than coming in for a visit, anything else up? Yeah. Weather's nice. Do anything good? Or she's making the coffee.
Yeah, we're actually just moved to a new area in my brain is farting out. I'm trying to remember the name of the neighborhood that the Chantry is in.
I think it was Mount Vernon.
Yeah. Getting settled, meeting the neighbors and everything, that sort of thing.
Ah, lovely. That's pretty far away from here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a drive.
I hope it wasn't too eventful.
No, it was nice.
Yeah. Not too.
Yeah. Sisters, friends, cousins, friends. Extra friends or just regular friends?
Just
Just
regular
normal
friends.
Okay. Nice. And as she puts the coffee down in front of you, it's like a nice mug. She even makes little designs on the top.
Oh my god. Extra.
Well, would you like a biscotti? I think that's what it's called. The little for things?
Sure.
She comes back with, puts them on the side of the saucer. So, anything else? We got some cheese, apples, grapes, cakes, little cakes.
I think we're good.
She just looks at Ronja.
I'm good, but thank you.
Okay. You say you're good. A few seconds later, she just puts a little plate of some snacks down. She's like, "You're good." And then the door opens, and you see a man walk in. He's about 6'3", also red hair, big bushy beard. He's struggling to put a t-shirt on. He's covering tattoos, different like Norse runes and stuff. He's like, "Ugh." He's like, ah. Sits down. He's like, I would have some milk and cookies in the corner, thank you. Who are you two? And-
We were sent by Max.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, Max. Ah, yeah. Interesting individual. He comes by and talks occasionally. So, why don't Maxie send you? Oh, I'm so rude. I'm so sorry. Name is Magnus Sigurdsson.
We were told you can teach us.
Possibly, but names?
Holly
I'm
Morgan.
sorry, I'm Ronja.
Anya. Holly. Good to meet you.
You as well.
Wife puts down a big old mug of milk and some cookies. Like, ah, yes, good for after hard work. Yeah, so you need to learn stuff. That's good. Feel free to tell. This is a open space for talking about things. My wife is also a practitioner, but not as skilled as I am. Just practice. I've been doing it more.
Well,
Okay.
we don't have a lot of experience, really.
Yeah.
So, very sort. Oh, yes. Oh, that. So, just some general questions. Which of the old gods do you sacrifice to, if any?
Old gods?
Yeah.
Like Thor from the Marvel movies?
Oh, that is so disrespectful. But no, not like him. Did you know he actually has red hair?
I don't know, it worked.
I mean, for 2 of the movies.
No. I mean, I hit a vampire once with my baseball bat, and I don't know. We were just watching Thor: The Dark World. It was not a very good movie, but I don't know. Like, it just came to mind. I hit a vampire, shouted something that he said, and it worked. I invoked his name.
Oh.
It was
Okay.
lightning and everything.
Oh. Interesting. Oh, Dark World.
More offended by the movie Dark World than actually just Thor being like a Marvel superhero.
Like, it's bad, but if you're gonna, take, the one of the great protectors of humanity and put him in movies, at least make a movie interesting enough that you remember it. Dark World is so forgettable, people forget it and think that Love and Thunder is the 3rd movie.
Yeah, I mean, like, I always thought that I forgot everything about that because there's something more important happened, but it might have just been also the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Morbius. Have you seen that? It's so forgettable. I watched it and still don't know what happened with it.
He doesn't even say the line.
I know, I'm so disappointed. I was waiting for its Morbin time. Well, yes. And how about you, Holly?
I don't really sacrifice or dedicate anything to the gods, really.
Hmm.
I tend to focus more on like alchemy.
Alchemy. And you chose the forbidden and not like the Hermes? Or the cult or the ecstasy what is their new name? The cult of ecstasy? I'm still learning their new names. They change it every couple centuries.
I feel like I vibe a bit more with the verbena, like philosophically. If that makes sense.
Mm. I mean, alchemy is just a way of doing things, not necessarily why you do things, but there are others that are more known for the alchemy. Do you believe in the spirits of any kind, like nature spirits?
Well, I think there's kind of a spirit in everything.
There's definitely a spirit in everything.
Except in this house, we don't do alcohol. Anyway, um, always the mind. And I had a problem when I was younger. 10 years. So yeah, okay, we can work with it. I'm willing to be flexible with things. Unlike some people in some of our tradition who are a little bit more stick in the mud, so to speak. Yeah, I don't do well with a couple of the other covens, as they call themselves.
Hmm.
Philosophical points. But anyway, yeah, so
Yeah. Like I also use a lot of this. And she just like opens up her bag and like puts like just a bunch of scrap that she has in there.
yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just I don't know, like what I find.
I mean, that offers some possibilities. Now, some stuff I can show you and teach you and stuff is more it's my way. So we're gonna have to work on formulating a shared language with things, which
Okay.
is why I'm asking questions because it's easier to teach someone who speaks the language, so to speak. Think of magic as like learning different things. Like I am speaking like Norwegian and you all speak French. It doesn't work until we can get that mutual language of I don't know.
That makes sense.
Like I practice using runes and blood and prophetic dreams and stuff. So
Oh, I do runes too.
mm,
And she like pulls up like her baseball bat where like there's some like still like a rune somewhere on there that she put on there with permanent marker.
let's
See,
we can
The-
start some language there.
I work with blood a lot. Well, occasionally.
However,
Yes.
it is not like a traditional rune that is on there.
Yes. Well, not everyone knows the elder.
It is more like
Farouk.
a modern rune, if you will.
Is it that S that everyone drew in high school?
No, it's a different S. It has a remarkable resemblance to the Superman symbol.
Good, good. Yeah, so we'll work on it. But yes, I said some blood, some runes. So we are working on a shared language, which is good. Yeah, so we can eventually starting and stuff. But first, I actually have to go take a shower. I've been welding and hammering in the back, and I probably reek. So I'll be back in a few moments.
Okay.
It's just common courtesy. I mean, I'm probably curdling the milk. So he walks away, and as he does that, we skip to Q.
Missing out on a lot of letters.
Yes. So as you're sitting in your shop, we'll say, because not every time you meet people, it has to be at the place. Oh no, what the hell happened here? I had a name and then the name got erased here. That's weird.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
So you're in your shop, and a person walks in. They are wearing cargo pants, a khaki like polo, got a utility belt on. Just walk up to you and it's like, you the one known as Q something?
That's right. That's me. I run this place. Do you need help with something?
Do you know a Max?
I do.
And you live at blah, blah, blah address?
Yes, sometimes.
Cool. Max sent me. I'm here to teach you a bit about stuff, you know.
Oh, that's
No.
good. He mentioned he'd be sending someone.
Got somewhere we can talk away from?
Yeah, I got a place upstairs.
Let's go.
All right, I'll take him upstairs where there is a smaller separate workshop that's more for magic type things. Like a more private place, not where he does work for the store. More like a private lab.
Yes, it sounds like. My name is Dr. Richard Steele.
Is that a given name?
I gave it to myself. My original name wasn't as impactful, so I changed it.
The name says a lot about someone.
Yes. My parents named me Eugene.
I almost met someone with that name once.
Yes. So I changed it. It's legally changed. It's on all my diplomas.
Oh, yeah. I've tried to change my name before, but it never works out.
Happens.
Mhm.
Anyway, I hear you're a Etherite.
Max told you that? That's
Yeah.
correct.
Do you subscribe to the Parademia, the magazine?
I don't really have a lot of luck with subscriptions.
I can get you a subscription. It's fine. It's our magazine. It's all the most up to date research and stuff throughout the our group.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know there was one of those things.
Oh yeah, we were very well organized. Not
That's what I
hierarchy.
like to hear.
Yeah, we don't have like a strict hierarchy so much as, but we are organized and we talk. So we do have several ranks in our thing. You know, we have, student, and then we have like master and professor. We use a lot of academic style ranks because we base ourselves off of academia.
It's very
Some of us.
logical to do so.
Yeah. So what kind of science are you into? Are you like soft science, hard science?
Well, much like your name, I lean towards the hard science.
Yeah. I picked my name for a reason.
Hmm.
Yeah, so physics, chemistry.
Physics, electromechanics, things like that. Things you can see and touch.
So I can help with that. Mine's a little more lofty, but I do have a PhD in physics.
Oh, that's good.
It's one of my 4 PhDs.
What is it do you do on a normal day using these PhDs? Do you teach like as a profession? Do you work in a lab?
I have my own lab. I used to teach, but then I created several patents for small little things that are necessities for a modern electronical world, and that have generated enough money that I no longer have to teach. Technically, I'm still a professor, but I'm one of the ones who doesn't really have to do anything other than research.
That sounds like ideal. More time to focus on your own pursuits.
Yeah, occasionally every like other semester, just to keep up, I will teach like a seminar occasionally. My last seminar was on the aerodynamics of ducks.
giant bees. We have no idea how they work.
I just thought it was funny, so I made a class based on it.
People like ducks.
Uh-huh. I do. Before that, I did one on the physics of the paranormal. That class has some interesting people in it.
Was Max in that? Because recently he did something paranormal. That seems like it would take a lot of planning and foresight.
Oh no, Max doesn't take any of my classes. He's not an academic sort.
Hmm.
Well, for us, like he's already got his degrees and stuff, and that's that. He's not a lifelong learner of the academia.
More for loss him. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Grammar, you good.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Um,
words have their use.
words can be power core to some people. Example, did you know the Order of Hermes, if I'm not mistaken? They have many names, each one more secretive than the first, so that their name holds true power if you ever learn them. And also allows them to control their own selves stronger, better.
I have heard of that type of magic, but I haven't encountered it.
Yes. On the other hand, the Ashakit Brotherhood, the monk guys. I'm sorry, I don't all the tradition names. I cannot remember who's who sometimes. They, on the other hand, pick a name, they choose one and use it all the time for everything. And by doing that, they destroy any power someone could have over them with their name. So they make their name so common and basic that you can't utilize it for any kind of powerful magics.
Oh yeah, they dilute it so much it's meaningless.
Yeah.
Are they against the Order of Hermes then? They seem those seem opposed.
No, none of the traditions are against one another. There are a lot of philosophical differences that keep all the traditions from working in unison with everyone all the time, which just causes issues. But there's no like all out fighting per se. So yeah,
It's probably good for everyone.
Yeah, we have. I mean, there are issues like, for example, us and the virtual adepts, we used to be members of the technocratic union, or the Order of Reason, as it was called in our days, and we just our recent broke away. So some people distrust us because we're still technomancers, according to them. I mean, hell, there's a lot of our group that doesn't even believe what we're doing is magic in any way, shape, or form. It's just pure hyper science.
Well, you know what they say. Eye of the beholder or whatever.
I thought
So-
you were going to use Clark's third law.
Don't hurt
advanced-
robots. Oh, the looking like magic thing. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it seems so
Arthur
ubiquitous to repeat.
Yeah, the robotic one, that's Asimov.
Asimov, yes.
Yes, one of the more prominent and skilled Etherites, Asimov.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Like, the virtual adepts are like Alan Turing, Asimov, Newton, they're more our guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got cool people too in us. Oh, also we got the old adventurer branch, which is nice. What do you think of the Hollow Earth?
It's an intriguing idea, but I don't understand enough about how that would work.
When you learn more, I'll have to show you.
Is it real?
Yes.
Is it an egg? Is the Earth an egg?
Get
Is
the
there something
fuck out,
inside?
Kevin.
No. What was that?
That's good.
Yeah.
Because I saw a show once where the moon was an egg and it
We're
was
not going to talk
problematic.
about that Doctor Who episode. Okay, that was a bad episode.
But at the end, everything was back to normal and nothing was different.
That's a horrible episode. One of the worst. You got a fucking TARDIS that can control gravity. Just move shit. Anyway,
They've moved the
anyway.
Earth other times.
I want to eat the egg moon.
Hold on, I'm getting a text. What was that?
I want to eat the egg moon.
Eat the egg moon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's a horrible episode.
That
Anyway,
would throw all the spheres out of balance.
I got a powerful machine that can control gravity. I'm of no use. Anyway, so yeah, good things. So, what kind of science are you good with? Like the tradition, the order of Hermes promised spheres.
Uh, I strive for an understanding of how matter exists and continues to change, but cause and effect keeps it in a predictable path in a way. How everything has its own like memories and desires, and it knows what it is and it knows what it needs to be.
Interesting. So let's start slow. Do you know how to analyze material to find out what it's made out of without utilizing spectrometers?
I think so. Usually, yeah.
Alright. Do you know how to find weaknesses in things?
Generally, yes. Everything has a structure, and if you understand the structure, you can understand the different pieces to it.
Are you skilled enough to make matter out of nothing? Ex nihilo.
I don't think so. Am I? I don't actually know.
How much prime do you got?
I have two. Oh, prime one. So not if that's
Yeah.
prime, then no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, prime allows you to create out of nothing. He's like, that's fine. Just trying to gauge where you're going.
I mostly imagine if I could gain skill in that, it would be to repair what is lost if like an object or a system was damaged or needed to be changed and something wasn't present, I could add it without having to, find the specific pieces that were missing.
Yeah.
That's a goal.
Do note that creating from nothing is a lot more difficult than just transmuting something or just taking something and repairing it.
Yes, ideally there would be all the pieces would be in place or something that could be used as a piece could be changed rather than just creating from nothing. But I think on a small enough scale, it would be reasonable in some cases.
So interesting. I think I'm learning some. All right, so and as he's talking, we'll cut back to the other group. Of course, I
Hi.
say that. Oh, hello, Katrina. Are you there?
I'm here. I am just off screen.
With the baby.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, folks at home who are watching this. If I appear to be a little bit tired, baby. In fact,
Sleep deprivation's a bitch.
if there's any problems in this, like I make rules mistake or mispronounce things, or just anywhere in my not the flawless, perfect storyteller I normally am, just blame the baby. Yeah, just yep, always the baby's fault. Never my own. I make no mistakes. Anyway, so after a few moments, Magnus comes back at us and he's like, that was refreshing. Nice warm temperature shower after a nice hard work. I'm not really big on the cold shower thing. People say it's just too cold.
So, where do we start on this?
Now, that's always the question because there's the basics, then there's the advanced. I'm trying to think of a good start that we can all base on. How are you with I'm hoping you have understanding of the spheres, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you know there's one called life. Are you
Mhm.
proficient with life?
I'm pretty proficient with it, yeah. I don't know about Rona though.
Not really. I know it exists.
I
Huh.
couldn't hear you.
Why can't you hear me? That's weird.
I think you're
Yes.
like sitting away from your mic.
I mean, I'm not sitting that far away, and this should actually pick up pretty
Oh,
well.
okay,
I
there we
don't
go.
know. Stupid shit might do your job.
Yeah, do your job, Mike. Say
Right.
Will. How are you with forces?
Oh, I'm good with that.
I have some experience with it, but not nearly as much as with life.
No, let us do a basic one then. All right, let us go out back to the greenhouse.
Okay.
Need you out,
Follow to the greenhouse.
lead you out back. You see like a shed with a lot of tools and machinist stuff, and then you see a greenhouse like this. I grow lots of herbs and spices and stuff for both wheel working and also for cooking. Fresh, yeah, fresh herbs is always good.
I kind of do the same. Well, I don't. Mine isn't for cooking. I'm a florist.
Oh, florist, wonderful. I might have to stop by your shop. I do like the flowers. They are very nice things. And
Absolutely.
then yeah, and then I like building my own stuff. You know, things you build and make with your own hands just has that extra oomph behind it than store-bought stuff through the big mega conglomerates. You know,
Mhm.
it's like yeah, you can order your nails through Amazon and stuff, or you can make them your own out of just raw iron that you make. At least I like that.
Forge your own nails.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. I've really nailed that skill. Anyway, to the so he leads you in there. He's like, goes to a little area, moves some things, and he's like, sit on the floor. Oh, okay. Now we're going to try to see about working some basic magics here. All right. So, as you know, within this place there's plenty of plants, but there's also animals, bugs, and stuff. Correct? Okay.
Mhm.
Because they're good. Bees, all that good. But there's also like there's a text coming through my phone. Real quick, hold on. Keep hearing something. Oh, that's why. Okay. Smart alarm. All right. But also, you know, there's lights with electricity and everything.
Mhm.
Now, so what we're gonna do is now you might not be able to pull this off because of your skills and stuff. But what you're going to attempt to do is, since you're in here, is to open up your senses to see which plants are getting enough of the light.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. Now to do this, what I do is typically I take some, he pulls out a small knife. I normally take a little bit of my blood and use it to draw a rune of sight upon my forehead, which helps me concentrate. And then I normally say a little prayer to Freya. Yeah, Freya. And to, you know, gain the thing. I'm not sure how you were going to do it. Do you want to follow my thing and see if it works for you?
Well, I could try
Freya?
it your way and then maybe try it the way that I'm used to, or Should we do it the other way around?
I will let you decide. You are the learner. I am the teacher. I learn how you do things so that I know best to teach you.
Well, maybe let's try it the way that I'm used to doing things.
All right. So, for the spell, as you do it mechanically. Now, this would be considered effectively coincidental because it's not really breaking reality, right?
Mhm.
So coincidental magic, which is the basic one, the difficulty starts at the highest sphere you're using +3.
Okay, so I would assume it would be life.
Mhm.
So my life is 2, so 5.
Correct. All right. Now there are ways to adjust that modifier. You can spend quintessence or willpower. That gives you auto successes. You can also utilize things like extra instruments, extra tools. Like you always need to have that one instrument we talked about, correct?
Mhm.
But if you add stuff and add extra ritual to it, and it just make it more elaborate, that can reduce the difficulty. So like I said, I'm a little tired, so it takes me a few seconds. So adding those extra instruments can reduce it. You can reduce the difficulties down to a minimum of 3. So -3, minimum of 3.
Okay.
Some other things that can affect the casting is fast casting, or if you near nodes and stuff like that, distancing. All that can affect it, but this is a nice calm area. Correct?
Mhm.
All right. So roll Urarate.
Okay, so with willpower, spending willpower gives me automatic successes, or
I believe so, yes.
okay. I have more willpower than I have quintessence, so I
So
think I'm
you
gonna
don't
spend
have to
that.
spend either, you can just roll.
I could, but I want to succeed.
But failure is often a part of the thing too.
Um,
Maybe the baby would give you special skill again.
I don't know. I don't know if I trust Roll20 enough to so I'm gonna do that, and then she'll pull out like some lavender and um maybe like the ashes from the last like sacrifice that she did, and draw the same, like he drew like a symbol for like an eye on his forehead, right?
Yeah, basically it's the a rune for vision or sight.
One of my instruments is symbols, so I'm gonna do the same symbol on my own forehead.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that will lower it or not.
Is that extra and above and beyond what you need?
So I was going to use bruise and circles, or bruise and symbols,
Okay.
and I just click arete.
Yeah, should be.
All right. DP mod is nothing. Difficulty would be 5, is lowered to 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, 2 successes.
E.
Now, 2 successes is a standard feat of magic. So
Okay.
magic, the difficulty can go from 1 up to above 20. Once you get above a certain number, it's essentially what would be called an extended casting. So you'd have to cast over a period of time.
Mhm.
Yeah. So All right, and this is basically just looking real quick. Oh. All right, so as you cast that, since life is your highest, you like reach out and just start like almost feeling the plants. And you do notice some in an area just seem not to be like you see some you kind of like feel them absorbing slightly the sunlight or the UV light, but there are some in the one area that you feel aren't quite as getting it as the others. Like it's not as intense feeling.
I think these ones.
oh.
Oh,
Oh, you're she also must cast, and we will compare.
oh yeah.
Ronja will take out one of her permanent markers and draw like a slit eye on her forehead, and then she takes like probably a knife or something like that, and just with the tip of it pricks her finger and smears blood over that part. And once she's done, it looks like a little bit like the eye of Sauron that is there. And then she just closes her eyes and concentrates to see the life. And she's probably actually focusing more like where the light flows.
Yeah, since
much
forces
more
is your higher one, your focus. Yep, makes sense. So yeah, Rana.
I clicked on something. I don't know if it rolled something. Yeah, it was an accident.
Yeah, I want to say that was your initiative. Okay, I'm like how?
No, that was an
Got
accident.
10 successes. You see it all.
No, what do I roll again?
Arate.
DP mod is nothing, correct?
Correct.
And difficulty is 5 in this case, right? My highest +3, you said?
Highest +3, yes.
2
All right.
successes.
So as you like reach out, you feel the UV light around you. Like it, I say UV light, but it feels more like sunlight to you because that's what these lights are supposed to be. And you kind of see it just almost like actually can visually see the light hitting everything. And you do notice some areas where the light doesn't seem to be hitting the plants as much. Like it's just not quite getting there in the one area. And as you do that, Magnus is like, now it is time to see where the light is not hitting. Where do you say this?
Over there, and she points like to the spots where the light is not quite hitting.
And
Is
Holly?
also could she also see if like maybe the lamp or something like that is not quite like maybe emitting enough light or something like that, because like the electrical connections are damaged, something like that.
He was only really asking for the one part of data. You guys giving it simple. Almost like he's testing you. Holly?
I mean, it could be part of the test to like figure out why.
Katrina, are you there?
I will point out ones that I thought looked like they
And he knows you both are painting to the exact same area. He's like, excellent. Woohoo. Hold on. He reaches into a bag that he was carrying, pulls out 2 cookies. Like, there you go.
Is there something in here? Or is it just normal cookies?
They're all homemade. Chocolate chip.
Okay.
They're good. You did
That's
good.
delightful.
Reward. I always thought cookies were good reward.
they're a great reward.
I'll take it.
Yes. This
Casting
area,
magic makes me hungry, so
as this area receives less of the light, the one light above them needs a ballast replaced. I am going to replace that soon, but I knew that it was doing that, so I wanted to see if you could detect that.
yeah, I saw that.
Yes. So we get the basics. Good job. We were speaking enough of the same language, so there was variation to get stuff done. That is wonderful. Would you all like to see me summon a thunderbolt down?
Sure.
I mean,
It's all.
yeah, why not?
Oh, good. Yes, it is it's
Liquid.
unnecessary, very vulgar, but it's impressive.
It's so
He's like
cool.
that. He's like that. That chemistry teacher. Like after the chemistry class is over, he's like, "You want to see me burn some stuff?"
Want me blow some shit up?
Want to see me dissolve a coin in acid?
So, as he goes to do that, we return to Q and Dr. Steele.
I like your utility belt.
It's like, thanks. It's full of tools. I need like a spanner, multi-tool. This one bag here is full of nuts and bolts and screws, all
Okay.
organized.
I have something similar when I go out.
Yes, it is very useful. Couple
Mhm.
Swiss Army knives.
I have a knife that it never gets dull. Basically, I just enchanted it. Well, not enchant. Do we use the word enchant in this game?
Some traditions do.
That's not. I guess that's not the word that Q would use for anything. It was very
Enhanced.
specifically what?
Enhanced.
Enhanced. Yeah, enhanced, crafted, modified, so that it never loses its edge. Useful
Okay.
if you need to, use it as a tool. The last thing you want is your tools to fail.
After a certain age, it happens though.
Maybe to some.
That's why you just got to get the enhancement drugs. Anyway. So,
Your priority is different than mine.
yeah, always. Trying to think of a nice test. Little toy. As you're working on matter. Let's see if we can do this. Let me look at your character sheet real quick. Before I suggest anything, let's make sure you have what it takes. All right. He's like, all right. Oh, sorry. All right. So, do you have a foundry or a crucible here by chance?
Yes, there's one in the lower workshop that I use for the store.
All right.
So I would take him down to where that is, which is behind the shop area. This is a more traditional workshop with more traditional tools used for any sort of like repairs and specific crafting of like repair object. I use the word repair a lot because I don't actually know how to do anything.
That's fair.
I don't have a thesaurus for workshops.
Fabricate.
Fabricate's a good word. Yes, fabricate spare parts as
All right.
needed.
So, we're going to do a relatively simple thing here. It's been a while since I had to do something so basic, so bear with me. It's not really my cup of tea as it used to be.
I'm sorry, I didn't offer you any tea. That was unpolite.
Yeah, that is an expression, but yeah.
Also, I don't have any, so.
I should always carry tea on you. You never know when it comes in handy.
I could use it to stain paper.
Drink for the caffeine.
Yeah. We could make a piece of paper look much older by putting tea on it.
True. Or the lemon.
Burn the edges a little bit.
I did that in elementary school. They made like old looking papers. So it takes you over to your crucible area. He pulls out 3 small chunks of metals. He's like, all right. These are different metals. You got tin, copper, steel.
Yes,
Do you know what happens when you combine tin and copper?
sure. It's not our Q would know.
It should make bronze.
Bronze, of course, the whole age. I was thinking of electrum, and that's different. It makes
That's-
bronze. That was the basis of society for quite some time.
Bronze was actually better in many ways than early iron. People always think that when the Iron Age started, that it was just like this, ooh, iron's better, and just cross right over. But that's not quite true. Bronze was superior in many ways, but iron was cheaper and easier to find. Because did you know that tin was only really found in like around Western Europe, English Isle area?
Sure,
why-
is much more rare and harder to get.
Yeah. It's random history for people at home.
Tin foil does not have tin in it.
No.
Sometimes I learned that in school.
It's and aluminium used to be, or aluminum used to be actually very rare and very valuable up until we learned a process to mass break it out of the ores. Used to be worth almost more than gold.
Metallurgy is interesting,
Yes.
and I don't know much about it.
Yeah. Anyway, I want you to take these 3 things, put it in there, and see if you can make a new alloy out of them, utilizing your skills.
Sure. All right, so I guess he would take the pieces and put them in the crucible and make it hot using electricity, or however crucible heats up. Yeah. So I guess to do this, he would melt them all down and mix them up, and then try to use matter to like combine them in a specific way, like create a new arrangement.
All right. Sounds like something. Sounds like something.
Yeah,
All right.
because I think he would understand the structure and the shape of how they normally fit together on their own, and how they fit together when they're in like the known alloys like bronze. So I guess he tried to fit them together like a puzzle piece to make something new.
All right. Let me just double check my little charties here. All right. So your high matter is 2 for you, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So difficulty starts at 5. And yeah, roll your roti unless there's something else you're going to do.
I don't know what else he could do. I think I'll just go, this is a basic test, so I'll use my basic skills.
All right.
I don't want to misspell the word. Is this, you said the difficulty is 5?
Should be if your matter is at 2.
Oh, how did that work?
Oh,
I got a -2. I got 2 1s.
oh,
So this is an interesting result.
yeah. Oh.
You turned it to something else, but not what you wanted.
A sandwich pops out. I don't get it.
All right. You gain 2 paradox.
Oh, good. I'm up to 3
Ooh, 3 paradox.
total, unless they go away between the last game. Nope. Okay.
No, but we're gonna learn something called the backlash roll.
Oh, good. You know, I'm not as good when people are watching.
Yeah, so what this is the difficulty is 6, and you roll your paradox die. How many dice equal to your paradox? So 3 in this case.
So I'm rolling 3. I had to roll 6 or higher.
Correct.
There doesn't seem to be a existing roll on the sheet for that.
It's possible. Not. Let me just.
Paradox. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to roll that automatically with a button. So I'll just roll 3d10 and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, might not have it. Might have a program or something probably that.
1 success, 1 1. That's not good. Probably it's not a glitch, or it. I guess it might be a glitch.
Give me 1 second. I had all this time mentioning how paradox can be a thing, and I totally forgot to have those rules on me.
I think it's a success if you have to look up how things work based on how badly one of us rolls.
Yeah.
And it's not
I
Katrina.
like that rule.
I'll take one for the team and do very terrible.
Okay. Okay. So, as you're forging and stuff, and making and trying to combine stuff, you notice like the crucible starts heating higher than it's supposed to as you're trying to combine these into a unique way, and the crucible itself just kind of like explodes out with the hot metal shards and everything. You take give me 1 second.
This game has damage.
Yeah, you take 1 lethal damage.
All right, that's no good. Where's that on the sheet?
Oh, sorry. You take 2 bashing. Sorry.
2 bashing?
Yeah, I was reading the wrong part of the chart. There should be a health thing in the one corner.
Yeah, there's something for health. There's bruised, hurt, injured, etc.
Yeah. So what you do is where they like you should be I put a mark on your sheet. Do you see that?
Ah, yes. I took 2
Yeah.
damage down the health track.
Yep, that's bashing there. That you see the X here?
Uh-huh.
That's lethal, and that star, that's aggravated. So if I'm like bashing,
Okay.
it's just a dash. If everyone else looks at your character sheets, under health, if you click the box next to bruised, you see a single slash and then an X and then like star pattern. That's lethal. Or I mean, that's bashing, lethal, aggravated. Aggravated bad.
That's how I see it.
And with that, your paradox actually goes away.
It's one way to clear it.
Yep.
This doesn't look good.
Yeah, Dr. Stokes is like, ooh, maybe we should start more basic.
It's a good thing I was wearing this welder's mask.
Yes, always wear safety goggles, class.
I swear that's never happened to me before.
Like I said, as you get older, it happens.
It's a cascade failure. If Wesley Crusher was here, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
To me, it would have happened to him.
he had a weird cameo in Picard.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I only have CRTs, and they don't get those shows.
You could still,
I haven't seen Picard.
yeah, it's okay. And when it comes to the newer Trek stuff, Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks are some of the better ones.
Those are the ones I've heard that are very good.
Yeah.
Of the 5 that are currently going.
Yeah,
the world we live in.
the worst is Prodigy, but that just could just. I just think the main character is just too unlikable.
You don't want that. Not one of those.
So, as that happened, Dr. Steele is just like, all right, so let's start simpler.
Look,
Have you heard of uh that's I'm trying to remember the actual name of it. Do you know what happens when you take two pieces of metal that are the same into space and put them next to each other?
two pieces of metal that are next to each other. Is that what you're saying?
That are the same type, yeah.
You can make a field between them.
No, they start to fuse.
Yeah, yeah.
'cause
That's
there's
what I
no
meant.
Air, yeah, no air between them. So that only really happens in space. So he goes and picks up two pieces of steel. I want you to take these two pieces and try to fuse them together, weld them without using a welder or heat. Just put them together and try to weld. Let's see. But first, and he goes behind one of your counters. Try it.
Look, there's no heat on this one. What are the chances that the opposite of what I intend happens the second time?
I don't know, but I'm not taking chances this time.
All right, well then I guess he'll try to perform the test.
Right. So what instruments are you using? Because you have to use instruments as a technocrat, but you're not using a blowtorch or anything.
Okay, I have like some electricity wires I can attach, and I would like to use electricity to try to agitate the matter between the two surfaces to make them move so much that they exit the area, to try to make like a micro vacuum between them to mimic
Alright.
space, but not in space.
All right. Sounds like some baloney science, so let's go with it. Try
Yeah,
a
everyone should
rotate
be
again.
free. Oh, I got to do the same thing again. Okay.
Yeah. Well, hopefully with not that roll that you had.
There's someone else having Cat's bad luck.
What are the chances?
Cat got the mom buff.
He's rolling for 2.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not negative.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there's electricity a little bit. It's just, Dr. Steele goes up, grabs a piece, like
Did that roll correctly? If I mouse over it, it just says 9. That doesn't seem right.
2 + 0 + 1. Well, you hit a rotate, right? Is that
Yeah.
yeah. That should be it then.
It's a DP mod of 0 and a difficulty 5. That's all I did.
Yeah.
Huh. That looks different than last time.
It does. Well, it also says explode with a question mark this time.
That's because you name it different things.
Oh. All right.
Huh.
So, yeah, he
It's
picks
fine.
up, looks at it, he's like, well, not perfect, but you got you got it. You're going there. It's didn't explode. The pieces are together. I do sense. He pulls out this little like monocle thing. He's like, yeah, I do see some gaps, some little extra structural weakness, but compared to your last showing, better.
Any magic you can walk away from,
Yeah, that makes sense.
How would you have done it?
And what?
This exact thing. How would you have fused the 2 pieces of steel within this atmosphere?
Oh, I would have put it in my special vice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have a special vice. I guess at your point in your career, you have an assortment of interesting tools that can do things like that.
Mhm.
I haven't had the need to make anything like that before, so I don't have special vices.
Well, I am building an ether ship. It will be done in a couple years, but I'm building it from scratch. No help.
Hopefully, I'll be at a point where I can see that when it's done.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Just fly the skies. And we'll cut to the other two.
Hi.
So the two of you are walking from the backyard covered in soot, some char marks as you witnessed him call down a lightning bolt in the yard, and you all had some fun time with that. The ground kind of exploded, and both walk in, and his wife is like, "Oh, so dirty. You were showing off again, weren't you? You need to stop that. People might notice. Not every day a lightning bolt hits your backyard." It was a lightning bolt again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He thinks it's fancy. Very spectacular.
It kind of is.
But you two are dirty with all the debris. We gotta change your clothing and showers if you need them. Or wet wipes.
So how do you call down a lightning bolt?
Yeah,
Do you
but-
invoke Thor?
Right, it's like, yeah, I invoked Thor, roll some utilize some runes, and just he answers if I have the right sacrifice. He likes cookies. I like
Everyone
cookies.
likes cookies.
It's true. Though he is weird. He prefers oatmeal raisin.
Oatmeal raisin and cookies are great. What are you talking
This is a
about?
villain of the game now.
I mean, they're okay, but I'm not a big raisin fan. Also, I'm not a big grape fan.
Raisins are great. I don't know why everyone's so against raisins. Raisins are amazing.
I mean, out of game, I like raisins, but in game, no.
They're great. The disappointing thing is when you expect it to be chocolate chip and you get oatmeal raisin.
No. Do you know what's disappointing? Do you know what's really disappointing? If you expect raisins and you get a fucking olive. That's what disappointing.
Oh God! Oh,
What
how bad was that olive? How juicy was that raisin?
is that? Is that likely to happen?
Well, if you're like 3 or 4 years old
Mm,
and there's someone who wants to fuck with you,
yeah.
and it's like, here, have a giant raisin, and you're like, oh, that looks nice, and they give you a dried black olive.
Oh, couldn't even give you a damn prune. Give you a fucking oh damn. Oh, that's just mean.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it took me a long time to like olives.
yeah, but like, oh, so yeah, so you whisper some prayers to make the right offerings, and sometimes the gods answer. It is
I need to
good.
figure out how to do that.
Don't do it too often. It does generate paradox and stuff. Thankfully, I have a familiar that can eat some of that occasionally. Would you like to meet
Okay.
my familiar?
Ronja has a familiar too, right?
Mhm.
I have a cat. It's called Snorlax.
I have a raven. His name is Poe. I figured we're in Baltimore. Makes sense. A cliche. I know. I'm
Love
not
it.
imaginative.
I don't get it.
Oh, the Raven was a poem by Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh,
Nevermore.
Baltimore, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Baltimore
I get it now.
Ravens because the Poe. Yes.
I thought of the river in Italy.
The Raven River in Italy?
No, there's a river in Italy called Po.
Is it POE?
Really?
Yeah, no, it's P-O, just P-O.
Huh.
It is the same word for like butt in German.
Wait, do you see the word for butt in German is Poe?
It's
Oh, so
or
Mr.
does-
Popo is Mr. Butt Butt?
No, it's like popo is like butt. No, it's like it's a very child friendly term, if you will. And po is basically when you like is the shortened version of it, which is just as common. I think po is actually the base form of it, and popo is like kind of like the childified versions of it, like with the double syllable.
Nifty. Learn something every day, people who are watching this on YouTube.
Yeah. I do not know where it comes from, actually. It's a very strange for a German word. It might actually be foreign. Might not be natively German.
Let's just blame the French. Um, um, so yeah, they sit down at the table. It's like, but yeah, we're learning well. It is good. We're learning the same language to speak. But a lot of life, bloods, the gods. It's very much part of our traditions, and I'm looking forward to teaching you more. Also, my wife has finished making a casserole. Would you join us for dinner?
I mean, I guess you already finished it, sure.
Yes, it is a taco casserole.
Sounds amazing.
It sounds good.
Yes. We have some Kool-Aid, other juice stuff. Yeah.
I should have gotten the kids.
We have microwave. If we can warm stuff up, we can give you a little doggy bag.
I mean, I think that would be nice. Otherwise, they're just eating O'Malley's again.
Or we could, I mean, we could wait and you can go, if they're not too far, grab them and bring them here.
Oh, they're in the city. So it would
Oh,
be...
that's a bit far, yes. We'll just send you home with extras. We always make a second casserole in case there's guests.
That's
If we don't
very
have guests, yeah.
That's very
If
nice of you.
yeah, if we don't, we take it down to a local shelter to give out if we don't get guests in.
Who are these people?
Very nice people.
They're too perfect.
No, no one is perfect. We just try our best to be nice. That's what the gods would want. Because you've heard the story about like when like Odin and Thor disguise themselves and walk across the world and knock on doors for hospitality, and those who are like, yes, come in, we will give you hospitality or reward it, and those who are assholes are punished.
Ronja leans over to Holly and is like, I don't think they have kids.
Or
Or
Yeah.
grandkids.
as you sit and enjoy that, we will cut back to Q. You're muted. Starks.
Well, it wasn't a great test.
No, but it's a start.
Every failure is a chance to learn.
That is true. So long as it doesn't kill you, learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
If it kills you, well, you don't.
Somebody
have
else will
time.
learn from it.
There's a great show, Magic School Bus. Get messy, make mistakes.
Yes, but it's not a great example for safety for kids.
I don't see what the issue is. They signed permission slips.
Yeah, but they're kids. They can't. Nothing they do can be legal.
Their parents would have signed the permission slips for.
Oh,
field
they didn't know
trips.
what they're signing. That's neither here nor there.
I mean, that's just the parents. They
One
sign
of those
permission
kids
slips all the
got
time.
lost in space and died. I heard in
Oh.
one of the episodes. I don't know. I've never seen it.
There was an episode where they all got jizzed on by a fish.
Well, I mean, yeah. Learning experience. Better a fish than something where it has to be internal. You know, like mammals, reptiles, everything but fish, really. Land creatures. We don't have to talk about this. I don't know why you brought it up.
A problematic school bus, and we just started talking about the random episodes.
Mm-hmm. Fish.
Yeah, fish. Yeah. So, what is your goal? With
Short term, long term.
Let's do short term. What's your short term goal when it comes to the Society of Ether?
Oh, the society. I guess to be able to gain their regard, make connections for trade services and resources, I suppose. Become part of the overall thing.
Hmm.
Perhaps learn more and more things based on my position. You know, I assume you'd have to raise in the ranks before you get the really good stuff. In a manner of speaking, unless you
Yeah.
discover it on your own, in which case then you go up in the ranks afterwards.
Mhm. Yeah, the ranks, like I said, a lot of it is based on how you would do it in academia, publishing things, showing off what you can and cannot do. So the more you create and discover, the more noticed you get, the more you become like a celebrity.
Is there anything like maybe annually, like an expo or a fair, where various members come together as like a large group and show each other what they've been working on and their biggest new things?
Yes and no. We don't have like a big tradition wide thing because that's dangerous.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You could.
Yeah, we haven't had one of those in like a while. You've
It's-
heard of the World Fair, like 1910 World Fair and shit.
Yeah, that's what I was directly referencing.
Yeah, that was us.
Oh,
Yeah, back when we were part of the Order of Reason, it was a lot easier. Actually, no, we weren't part of the Order of Reason at the time, were we? I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, stuff like that. We do have smaller conventions where we join up, and it's more like certain groupings. So, like the adventurers, the ethernauts, those who practice like physics, those who are more into psychology and stuff, they all establish conventions they have. You get a lot of that through the Parademia magazine, which, hold on, let me write down. I'll get you a subscription coming to you.
great. Could you have it mailed to resident? Because I think if you put my name on there, there'll be problems with the mail system. I tend not to get mail that's directly to me.
Oh no, it'll be fine. We have ways around bureaucracies.
Oh, good. I can't stand those things.
Yeah, we understand it. We did, like I said, we were part of the Order of Reason, and they were very bureaucratic.
I have like 6 different names legally because of different databases or whatever. It's hard to keep track, so I try to avoid it.
So when you do start publishing stuff and trying to make a name, you need to make a name, so to speak. You can just use your name,
Sure.
but something more noticeable.
Dramatic.
Yeah, like Dr. Richard Steele, Doc Sampson, Czar Vigo.
Ah, yes.
Oh, Czar Vigo. I was there in London. Oh, that was a sight. Anyway, I'm one of the
Hopefully
few
I'll get there
people.
before too long.
I'm one of the few people who remember him. Anyway,
Because it was
sometimes.
so long ago, or because of memory magic?
Well, you've heard of paradox, right?
Oh, it's one of those. Okay. Something big happened and ruined it for everybody.
So, this is only known to a handful of us who were there at the time. I was there for a convention. Yes, this was in 1916, 1915, which does mean I am quite old. Magic extends our
No, I
lives.
get it. I'm the same eventually.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, this guy, this don't bother looking him up or trying to find any information. It won't exist. This man was so magnificent. His balls were so massive that reality itself did everything it could to erase him from existence. He was retconned from reality.
That's a terrible fate.
Yes, but how he did it was so wonderful. But yeah, those of us who were there when it happened still remember things, and as it spreads out through time, the memory basically disappears. So it's kind of like a temporal shock wave. Effectively, this man conquered the world in no time, and reality didn't like that.
I mean, it's like a dog chasing a car. What do you do with it once you have it?
He conquered it without one iota of violence.
Did he just show a force threat of violence?
Yeah, he materialized a massive fleet of airships over every city capital in the world and basically said, I outscience every one of you motherfuckers. Just try me.
I wonder what his next step would have been after that. They
He-
say okay, and then he says great, and then moves on, or
He planned on elevating the world to a scientific utopia based on science and reason and equality and enlightenment.
and he was just going to jump straight ahead of a bunch of steps to do that, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Too bad he didn't do it the slow way.
something about our society of either. We don't do things small and measured often.
Why take steps when you can just jump to the top
Yeah, I mean,
or the bottom?
it's like when you're taking a math test. The teacher's like, show all your work. You know the answer. Why do you have
You don't need to
those-
show work. They only put that in there to prove you're not cheating, but it slows you down.
Yeah, if you just know the answer, just do it. I mean,
I don't want to see all the different bits that the calculator does.
Yeah.
Just tell me what the answer is if you know it.
Exactly. You got potential, kid.
Thank you.
Just have to work on it.
Well, I've mostly just done small things so far. I never really pushed to expand into the greater depths of things. I never really needed to. But now that I have this new side job for Max, I guess I'm going to be pushing myself a lot more.
That's good. That's good.
Which makes it very good that you're helping me even this small amount.
Yep. We got to figure out what faction you might eventually want to join, if any.
Well, if I do good enough, they'll be knocking on my door to invite me.
Potentially. All right. With that, we will cut to the other side. Baby,
Hi.
you showing us the baby? Yeah, that's our little baby. No, so small and cute. She's doing good.
Just a little fussy.
Hmm,
So we left off with us having dinner with them, right?
Yeah.
We're about to take doggy bags home.
Yeah, they got like 2 bags full of food. Yes. So, this was a good first meeting. We did do some things. Well, welcome back. Here's my number to call, so make sure I'm home. I do things. If I'm not here, the wife is often here. If not her, then sometimes both of us are gone because we do go on dates a couple times a week.
Understandable.
So we like to go to the cinema sometimes. It's a guilty pleasure.
It's not really guilty to just go on a date to the movies.
I just, I always feel that like, going to the movies, spending all that extra money when we could be using it for other things, it's expensive.
It depends on where you go. There are some places that are a little cheaper.
Yes.
You may have to drive a bit further though.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, driving is an interesting thing. Yes.
Yeah, so I guess unless we want to like pick a day when we next do this, we should leave you to your dinner.
Oh, yes, that's good. Oh, we also put some dessert in the bags for you.
Thank you. That's
And we put a cheesecake and a chocolate cake. We don't know which one you'd prefer. Have fun. May the gods protect you.
you too.
As soon as we get out of the building, those people were way too nice. Like, what the hell? You agree? I guess we head home.
So you make it home to the house,
Yeah.
go in. As you go in, you see Ronja sees your siblings sitting on the couch eating some O'Toole's burgers. She's like, oh,
I got some different food.
you're oh, my brain just blanked out at the little sister's name.
Nabu.
Nabu.
Her
And
full
she's
name
like,
is Say Nabu, but Nabu is fine.
she's like, oh, something that's not greasy burgers.
Yes.
I mean, I like him and all, and I say no. I won't say no to the burgers, but something different. Brothers, it's like, hey, I bring. He allows me to bring in meals home, so that you know you're
it's
fed.
nice. It means we always have something to eat. But like, can't live on burgers alone.
Apparently, we're going to be bringing in chicken sandwiches.
We have taco casserole and cake.
We will enjoy that. I need to sit down for the secondary dinner. I think we'll actually be stopping early tonight there. We had a smaller group. Also, baby. So yeah, thank you for joining us. So we basically left off with two of you sitting down for another dinner after talking, and Q and Dr. Steele just having a conversation about things at their place. So next time, hopefully the others will join us so we can explore some more.
Yeah, see what they're doing.
Yep. See how that works. And yeah, so hopefully this will be airing shortly once we get the well, if you're watching this, it's already airing, so I don't even know why I'm saying this. This is live. I'm not talking to anyone. What the hell? But yeah, so hope you enjoy this episode of Chantry House Baltimore. And yeah, just stay tuned. Keep watching our channel. Growing Chimera for all of our cool stuff. And until next time, enjoy life. Have a good time. Just enjoy the world.
Don't get struck by lightning.
Yeah, have a shocking time. All right, otherwise,
Don't
just
have a shocking time.
Shocking.
show us the baby.
Have a very grounded time.
Yeah, that's very good.
That's much better than having a shocking time.
No paradoxes. Don't do any paradoxes.
Big stretch.
Paradox, not even once. All right. So see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.